Hello, ladies and gents, or should I say all the beautiful people in the world. My name is Dallas May. And if you're a Dead Island fanatic like me, like playing Dead Island a lot, I thought, hey, wouldn't it be a good idea to talk about some new game ideas for a new Dead Island game or possibly a remake? Because I've heard people talk about a remake of this game, and if they do a remake, but what could they bring new to the table? Newer weapons? Possibly new content? Possibly new items featured that we never got to see before? New enemies? Well, my friends, we're going to talk a little bit about that. Get rid of this strong ass hammer. I don't need it. I already have one in my inventory. Did I smack some? No, I hit the freaking house. There's a crafting table. Okay, there's one over here. Make some Dio bombs, because I did a little bit of exploring in the game. And there are some areas in the game where you can sort of go, but there are like barriers blocking you. I want to show you what it's like to be up in these areas. I don't know why that happens. I made about 6, because that's about all I need. No, pick that one up. There we go. That always happens every time I create a Dio bomb. Got my devastating bolo machete. What was that? How many vehicles are there? 3. I could take one. But yeah, we're going to explore parts of this map that people may never have gotten to explore. So I did some experiments in this game, and there are glitch areas you can go to out here in the jungle. Like the highway, for instance. People always wanted to know how you can get up onto the highway. Well, my friends and amigos, I'm going to show you how that is physically humanly possible. See, there is no death barrier up on that section of the highway. Now, this one here, however, is empirically impossible. Trust me, I've tried a billion times to try and get up on that section of the highway. Get out of the way, tree. But yeah, this section of the highway is impossible to get on, unless you have that super jump Mario mod or whatever. Now, this section, however, you can get up on this section. But there's a barrier blocking you. Well, my friends, I found this. It blows you back past that barrier, and now we can just walk up this little highway and explore it. And there we are, on top of this part of the highway. People wonder what it's like up here. Oh, that is a long way down. Personally, I'd say nope. If this highway is like all by itself, but it's connected, I'd say nope. But yeah, there's really nothing up here on this highway. Though it would have been cool to maybe go up here and find like an Easter egg or maybe some broken down vehicles or maybe even a few weapons. Because you never know. In a highway in an apocalypse, there could always be abandoned vehicles. Why they didn't add anything to this section of the map? That is a billion-dollar question. Yeah, that looks all messed up. The map is glitching out. But don't worry, it won't mess up the map at all. You won't fall through the map or anything like that. But now, we're going to talk about those new video game ideas for possibly a remake or a new Dead Island game. I, however, hold on, let me turn up the volume on this TV for a little bit. Come on. Why do you do this to me, TV? There we go. That's better. Now, for those video game ideas, let me find the recordings and let me point out one of the key ideas and show you what I mean. E-cards, experts, going down. This one.
Okay. We hit some kind of animal, and the car careened off the road and down an embankment.
Got me a Diet Coke.
The trees. The driver, my driver, is badly hurt. I think his leg is broken. Wait. I'm hearing something else too. It's coming. It's big. Orangutan. Fuck. It's Jesus Christ. It's infected. It's the animal we hit. It should be dead. Why the fuck isn't it?
Now, you're all probably wondering, hello, Fox. Also, in Discord, if you don't know who I am in Discord, it's Gen.RiderWhite for General Rider White, because why Rider? He's my favorite character, but the main campaign Explorer. I like the campaign and the DLC. So nice to see you, Fox. But yeah, infected animals. Now, this is something that may have been mentioned in Dead Island, but never was. Don't worry, this is an easy way to get out. Jump down here. And just slide down. I'll bring you to another part of that. Whoa, okay. Thought I was dead for a minute there. But yeah, infected animals. Now, could you imagine playing this game and you come across a zombified orangutan or a zombified wild boar or even a zombified alligator or crocodile or even a freaking zombified shark? Now, you telling me that wouldn't be freaking awesome as hell to fight? Because imagine trying to get off this island and you're swimming, right? And you come across a zombified shark. How would you handle it? Would you get eaten automatically? Now that would have been freaking awesome to see in this game is zombified animals. Now it talks about zombified animals are a possibility. Picture you're dead. But we don't get to see any. So that's one good idea for a remake or possibly a new Dead Island game. Now that would have been awesome to see. As for Dead Island 2, I have no clue what they're going to do with that game. I mean, if they do make it, I hope to play it for you all, but as for right now, no one knows what they're doing with it. Now, number 2, the second idea in the game, is the legendary weapons. Okay, I may not be the smartest tool in the entire shed, but I'm pretty sure a crowbar or a machete or some other hard-ass weapon like that is not going to bend or break easily. So making the weapons a heck of a lot stronger, even some indestructible weapons like a crowbar, would be very handy. Oh, there's an expert here. I don't know how I missed that. But yeah. Being some actually indestructible weapons would be awesome. Because in some of these weapons, they are labeled as indestructible, which means it will not hardly break. And if it does, it'll be a very, very sliver of a break. But nope. Indestructible just means it's just going to break it even more in this game. Which raises the question, why label it indestructible if it breaks? And Another thing, why can't we search these campers? I mean, Dying Light brought that to the table in the following DLC where we could search campers just like this. So that raises my eyebrow questions to why we can't search them. But anyway, as we move on through the game, maybe there should be another like thing added to Riders DLC, like an alternative ending. Because let's face it, the same old endings do get kind of boring after a while. We can all agree to that, right? So how about them creating a few alternative endings, like they do for uh, Dying Light and like Silent Hill, for instance. That game had a lot of alternate endings, especially Downpour. Now you could find all kinds of alternate endings for that game. So my question is, why don't we get alternate endings put into this game to make it, seem more happy or different? I mean, that would be pretty cool to see some alternate endings. And then there's like certain areas of the map that you couldn't explore.
What do we got here?
I don't need it. And another thing, some of the crafting parts in this game. Like, let me show you for instance. I passed it up. Like bandages, barbed wire, batteries, bleach, canned food, car parts, all kinds of stuff like that would be everyday useful in an apocalypse. I mean, you're telling me in an apocalypse, bandages, painkillers, other types of medical supplies in this game would not be useful. So why can't the player use some of that medical supplies on themselves, besides just, your average standard first aid kit? And canned food and bottled water and lemon juice. Now that's food items. Why can't we just eat that stuff instead of, snack bars and energy drinks? I may not be as smart as I seem, but hey, I'm pretty sure living on snacks and freaking energy drinks is not pretty healthy for you. If anything, those energy drinks would be putting you at a higher risk of a heart attack. I mean, you can drink them if you want, that's your choice, but bottled water, lemon juice, canned food, all that would be useful in a real life situation. Ah, yes. I love this rifle. The Macau's 9mm. I mean, I'll use it from time to time. I just don't use it all the time. That works.
Hey! Who the hell are you people? I don't know who to trust anymore. You're not with the... I'm going to get to the bottom of this, and when I do, the whole world's going to know what they did.
Hold up.
No.
This is
Crazy.
This is something else I'm wanting to point out. Survivors complain about injuries in this game, and we don't even get to see a slightest injury on them. So, what, do they have invisible injuries? I mean, they should have added, like, a feature in the game to where you could actually see their injuries instead of, zero injuries whatsoever. I mean,
Fucking psychos!
It don't make sense to give them supplies if they don't really need them.
Wait to let that bugger get so bloody close.
I mean, he says he's injured, but I'm not seeing any injuries.
Bloody crazy.
But I'll give you the stuff, alright.
Sure. Just...
There you go.
Oh, thanks, mates. As soon as I'm good, I'm heading into the jungle.
That makes 3 shotguns I found already.
Who knows what's highness experiments they're doing on helpless little animals.
I already know, Sammy Sunshine. I already know. Geofarm. Basically, the umbrella for this freaking outbreak. Nah, it's too close. I know what that shit is. And this is something else I'd like to see them add into the game of Dead Island. Why don't we get to contact other survivors? Like talk to other survivors on the radio that we have. See if they need assistance. See if we can make any trades or deals. I mean, there is a feature in the game where you can hear other survivors over like a CB radio or something, but you don't get to physically actually talk to them. You just hear what they have to say. Ugh, you got smushed. Well, better him than me, I guess. Hey, Lauren.
There are some local healing herbs we can use to tend to the wounded. Would you be willing to locate some for me?
And this is another thing. Natural resources. Now, eventually in an area like this, canned food is going to be very hard to come by. So why not allow the player to gather natural resources to stay alive? I mean, this is a tropical island. There's got to be fruits, vegetables, maybe a non-infected animal. I mean, eventually canned food's going to run out. I mean, there's got to be fruits, vegetables, and stuff on this island that grows somewhere. So that puzzled me. What happens if they do a remake? Are they going to add something like this?
You can count on it.
This is good karma for you. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you. 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 Thank you.
How many do I have?
Thank you. Thank you. Have you found?
Oh, all right. Well, I got that taken care of. That's got to be plenty of healing herbs, right? I mean, if not, then those are some weak-ass healing herbs. Because she needs like 5 of them. So as many as I gave her, that should be way more than enough to do her. But if that ain't enough, then those are some weak-ass healing herbs.
Think I'd
Yeah, I mean, stuff like, a large battery.
That's something.
You could probably use that to fix a radio or power up a flashlight or something. But in this game, you get, the standard solar-powered rechargeable flashlight, which is alright. I'm alright with that. But what about, like, radios and stuff? The batteries are going to have to go dead eventually. And with electricity being out, there's going to be no way to power it. So why not use the batteries to power up a radio? I mean, that would be very useful. Somehow I don't see bleach and metal scrap being combined to, make bullets and stuff. Because that's something you can do in this game, is make bullets. If you can make bullets in this game, why are you using bleach? I mean, don't you need, gunpowder or black powder or something like that, and a couple other components to, actually make bullets? And furthermore, where's the bullet press machine? I mean, you need like some sort of specialized machine to make these bullets. I mean, unless it's that thing right there, which I somehow doubt.
Anything good in here?
Nothing there, nothing there. And another thing, these bunkers that lead all over the island, where do they lead? Why can't we use them as like a travel? Like, be able to use them to travel all over the island. Because there's a lot of these bunkers all over the island. There's one right here. There's one right here. Well, actually, there's two right here. One of them's sort of hidden. And there's another one there. And a couple more out in this area. So I don't know why we can't use them to travel across this island like a fast travel would. I mean, I'm alright with the fast travels and stuff, but it puzzles me why we can't use some of these bunkers. I mean, some of them we can go into, some of them are sealed off completely. Like that and over there. That and over there. It's blocked off. If you go near it, it's like a leave and playable area type thing. Well, kind of. But yeah, we can't use this. But if we go over in this area, yeah, too close. So my question is, why can't we explore these bunkers? Where do they lead? Is there anything useful inside them? I mean, you'd think them being World War II style bunkers, there might be something left in them that you can use. Or you could possibly make a shelter out of. And another thing they should have added to this game is other ways of getting off the island. Like I mentioned before, alternate endings, right? Well, I mean, there could be other ways off of this island, if you think about it. There's boats laying literally just everywhere on the island, and not a single person is to take one of these boats and try to get off the island. I mean, sure, the Navy is quarantining the island. That is something they're doing. But the simplified fact that no one tries to get off this island using those boats is... Oh, where did they come from? That's new. I don't ever remember coming here and then coming back out and that's new. But yeah, there are paddle boats and even some of those bigger boats like what Moen uses. No one tries to use that to their advantage to get off the island. They just assume that it's a bad idea and it wouldn't work. I mean, if the characters are immune to the virus, I'm pretty sure that the military is going to take them aboard their boat. Alright, or let them through. I have a legendary version of that. No thank you. See, this is what I was meaning earlier. We can hear like survivors on the radio, but we can't physically talk to them. So being able to communicate with survivors is another feature they should add to Dead Island to make it, more realistic.
Easy, Trusha. We're coming to you. The whole island is surrounded by Navy ships. We'll try to go around them.
Yeah, I mean, how did we contact them? I mean, both hands were on the freaking rifle. How did you press any buttons or flip any switches on that to talk to them? And why didn't you say a word to them, like where you're at? And that would have been an alternate ending right there. I mean, Nikolai has friends, or men, or whoever you want to call them, come and get him off the island. Well, why don't you get off the island with Nikolai? Radio Nikolai on the radio, tell him where to meet up, and then you all just get off the island that way. I mean, it's simple and easy. And this is something else I wanted them to add deeply to the game. Is the ability to swim. This water is like waist deep, so I could see why you wouldn't swim in it. But when it comes to like an ocean of water, like something really deep, you don't get to swim in it at all. You just sink to the bottom and die. I mean, what the heck? In reality, I would have been swimming like a freaking all-star, alright? I wouldn't just sink to the bottom. I'd been swimming, or I would have been paddle boating my way off the island. Because the paddle boats are probably the most easiest thing, or easiest form of a boat to get off the island. I'm pretty sure the army would take civilians in, especially if they're not infected. Calibrated auto rifle. Yeah, I'm not trading my M1 Grand for that. No, thank you. Yeah, out here in this game, there should have been some of those features added to it. That would have probably made the game feel more realistic. At least I thought it would have. And even my best friend, or should I say my brother, Z-Man 101010, if you haven't seen his YouTube channel, he does some YouTube videos as well, like SCP videos, some Dead Island, some Battlefield. I think maybe one or two Call of Duty videos. I'm not sure. I haven't seen any Call of Duty. I have seen Battlefield and World War II and stuff like that. But stuff like Black Ops or Black Ops 2, I haven't seen any videos like that, but mostly I have seen him do some good videos. And he can tell you the same thing. That this game should get like a remake or a new game added to the franchise, because with it ending at a cliffhanger ending like it does in Riptide, let me guess, another shotgun? Yep. Another freaking shotgun. Infected. Do me a favor, infected, and fuck off. Another freaking shotgun. That makes 4 shotguns. I'm a shotgun magnet. Don't worry, I got something for y'all. There you go. You go. Come on. There we go. Headshot. Okay, from the inside, there's like 3 or 4 guys in there, so I'm going to toss a deal bomb in and blow them up. A deal bomb, I mean, I like the idea of homemade explosives, but just like taping a bottle of deodorant or stick of deodorant to just taping that together with deodorant and duct tape don't make sense. I mean, there's got to be some way for it to, become live. Because where does the wire come from? In the blueprint, it just uses duct tape and bottles of deodorant. So where does the wire and all the other stuff come into place? Game theory, that shit. Here you go. Oh. Here we go. Honestly, I don't know how that explosion didn't manage to damage the radio. Oh, you need a special gun. Don't worry, I have this for you.
Yes, Colonel. All access to the island has been severed. Ships are deployed around the entire perimeter. A bloody minnow couldn't slip through. There haven't been any problems apart from one minor incident. A fishing boat tried to get through to the island. I already dispatched a patrol after it. Yes, sir. Affirmative. No witnesses.
Okay, if you can hear the military on that radio, why can't our character, try talking to them? I mean, me personally, another shotgun? No, gookery. But yeah, why can't we try contacting the military? I mean, if we can hear them and they're talking, why the hell can't we just pick up the radio and try to talk to them? Explain them what we know and who we are and what the situation is. I mean, that would have freaking made awesome sense. But the fact that we can hear them on the radio and not talk to them just doesn't make sense. I mean, if I heard military talking on the radio about something, I'd be trying to get their help. Standing there thinking, what am I going to do? I mean, it doesn't really make much sense to do that. Back to Carter. I'll take my shortcut. I mean, it would make sense for some of these things to happen. What does that lead? That leads to Afran's village. And if you haven't, if no player has ever paid attention to this little segment of the game, there is 2 bunkers right in this area. 2 bunkers. Not 1, but 2. One of them you can go in, but it's like there's a bunch of rocks and like stuff blocking some of the way in. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's not caved in or anything like that. It's like there's a bunch of rocks placed inside it to keep the players from, getting in there. I'm going to get a vehicle from this area and drive up there. I want to show you all what it is. There we go. And I just need 1 deal bomb because it's a similar glitch to what you do with the highway. It's very much similar to that. All you need is really 1 deal bomb. Here. And then we'll drive back to Afran's village. Tell Carter that Vargas is dead. And give that transmission to Nick. Honestly, I wouldn't see the zombies getting up from that. I mean, after getting rammed into like a fence post like that, you'd think the zombies would be squished in. Or at least pinned to the point where they couldn't get up. Yeah, there's no one here at this camp anymore because they're all, deader than doornails, but we can get past this. Yeah, a lot of people have been looking like this way, focused on that. There's a bunker right there. And if people want to know how to get to that bunker, well, here's how. Jump onto this rock here, walk a little bit over here, and then that was too close. I realize that. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Do I? Yes, I still have it. Okay, reloading the checkpoint. And of course it delivers me back here. Well, that happened. And I feel like a dumbass. I said I wasn't the smartest tool in the shed. What do you want from me? my soup is cooled down some. I really want to eat some of my soup. You know what? Next cutscene, I'm definitely going to be eating some soup. Because I heated some up and I've been letting it cool off a bit. Yeah, there is a glitch to where you can get into those bunkers over there. There is 2 of them. There is. The other one kind of looks a bit like this, a little bit. Here we go. Uh, River Village. There we go. This news to Carter that his wife's killer is deader than a doornail. Got money. Alright.
Alright then.
Shark moth. I already have that. Had it for a while. Move, Logan. What are you, stuck on a dead body? Really? You get stuck on a dead body, and yet everything else you run past like nothing.
Think I've got.
I really want those grenades, but yeah, a flimsy wicked knife, no. Flimsy maul, no. Personally, none of these weapons I'd want
Something.
if it's weak or flimsy, because you know it's gonna break in the next like 10 seconds after hitting as many zombies as possible. Here, this Nick.
They quarantined the island. Looks like the army's not coming to the rescue then. I guess they wrote us off. Whatever they're doing, they clearly don't give a rat's ass about us.
Okay, Nick, let me put this into good terms. The military may have quarantined the island. Does not mean they don't care about us. It just means they're trying to keep everyone stuck on the island until they know what to do. There's a difference. They could be talking about, oh, I don't know, sending a plane out here to, deliver supplies. Didn't think about that, did you, Nick? You didn't think about that at all. I mean, who knows? After the 4 Mutant get off the island in the main campaign, this campaign, sense for the military to do that, being that they do that in Dying Light. So, a simplified...
Just hang on a minute. Hey! Just hang on a minute.
Oh, there's the fact. So the simplified fact that he thinks that the military ain't gonna help him, that's just bad assumption. Let's talk to Ope. Exactly, Fox. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm reading your comment, buddy.
Welcome, great warrior. Every person in my village ate the flesh of the immortals,
Why?
but many did not resurrect. The spirits are angry with us. The only warriors left are in the tombs of our ancestors. It is in the mountains near our village. Take me to your boat, and I will lead you.
How do you know we have a boat? That's the question. How does he know we have a boat? I mean, did he watch from a distance as we parked it? Did he visit while we were up at the library? I mean, if so, then why didn't he just stay at the boat or, I don't know, give us some explanation to how he knows we have a boat? Because I sure as hell didn't tell him we have a boat. I don't want to let you get out of here. Dude, you need to put on some pants. Or shorts or something, like what I got.
The first of my kind walked the land. Before this world even existed.
Maybe there's something I can use.
Okay, I don't see a phone coming in handy. I mean, maybe the electronic components in it. Maybe if you like wanted to repair a radio or something, maybe. But as a phone itself, I don't think that'd be very useful. Next batch of enemies gets the Fury.
The spirits who watch over us rose from deep within the void of darkness and created the sky. The immortals, the resurrected, their spirits remain on this plane. They even hope
Are you saying that these infected and these zombies are sacred? Obi, I got a good mind to smack you upside the head. They're trying to eat and kill you, and you say they are sacred. That's got to be one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. If something was trying to kill and eat me, I'm pretty sure I'd be trying to kick the shit out of it. I wouldn't be saying it's sacred. I mean, why? Just why? That don't make sense. The resurrected. That basically means zombies, infected, whatever you want to call them. He's saying that they're sacred. They're not sacred. They are freaking zombies trying to kill you.
one with us. For they are the bridge between the two worlds.
And why do
The
you
world
have a
of the spirit
stick?
and the world of flesh and blood.
I mean, you can't just toss him a weapon. Now, that's what I expect most shotguns to do in this game, is instantly kill a zombie. I mean, using buckshot or a freaking slug straight to the head, that zombie should be dead as soon as it gets shot. I actually have one of these. Well, a different version anyway. It's not the kind with the little rotating bolt thing in the center. Don't need this anyway. Here we go. Don't need that bottle of alcohol either. I mean, you can use it for disinfectant, but that's about it. And getting drunk. I wouldn't be using alcohol, alright, like that. I'd be probably trying to use it for, a disinfectant. I mean, sure, in some cases it would burn like a motherfucker. But, hey, I'd rather have a burning sensation and a healed wound than to get drunk and not have disinfectant for, any kind of wound that you could get. And this is something else that puzzled my mind. Why can't
What I
we...
understand, they worship these bloody things. They like the infected to become resurrected. So I'm afraid you might have some problems with his showman. Keep an eye on it, right?
I mean, this puzzles my mind, right? In the game, you get to see SWAT team guys and, army guys, all kinds of people wearing tactical gear. If the body armor and tactical gear is in good condition, why can't we take it off them? I mean, you'd think in an apocalypse situation that shit would come in handy for, extra ammo or extra item slots, being able to carry extra stuff. That's why I got myself a tactical vest. That way I can carry more shit with me. Because you gotta admit, the stuff that's in your backpack can't be, it's gotta be weighing you down. So having, some sort of vest where you could, have extra pockets and stuff or extra items is kind of a smart move. This boat right here, we could just take this and get off the island. I mean, it's big enough for all of us. Just sail to one of those naval vessels and tell them that we got people on board that are immune. I'm sure they'd kindly take you in. Probably run some tests, some experiments to try to figure out why you're immune and maybe if it's possible to create an actual vaccine instead of, going to Geofarm, talking to Karen, creating a super virus, and just to be kidnapped by people on another ship.
Come. I'll wait in the boat. Hurry up, okay? This place is
Well, I don't need this dependable brutal machete since I have the legendary version, so I guess I could toss you. Because I don't need this dependable brutal machete anymore, so... Because I have the legendary version of it anyway. Right there. So you have a Kukuri, Katana, Metal Baton, Eviscerator, MC, regular tank, a legendary Tanto, a strong Tanto, a Tonfa.
Make the sacrifices from the spirits at this altar.
As in other words, you kill people at this altar, right? Because when I go toward that little altar, yeah, when I go towards that little altar, we all see a dead body and a machete. So, do they sacrifice people at this altar here? I mean, there's a few dead bodies here. So, do you sacrifice people to the altar? I guess. I mean, I don't know what else they'd be sacrificing. A weak slicer. That is a meat cleaver. No, thank you. I guarantee you, if there were zombified like crocodiles or alligators in this game, this would be a couple good spots to set them up. Could you just imagine trekking through here and a zombified alligator just comes rushing into the water or out of the water to try and attack you? That'd be freaking awesome. I mean, it'd scare the shit out of some people because they wouldn't be expecting it. That'd be freaking awesome. Yeah, if they definitely do a remake of this game, I want to see some zombified animals. And not no standard Resident Evil type bull. I want to see some freaking zombified sharks, maybe a zombified orangutan, zombified alligators, and zombified wild boars. Because you know on islands like this, there's got to be a wild boar or some other form of animal on this island. If we get infected animals in any kind of remake of this game or any new Dead Island games, that's something I want to see.
Spirits are everywhere.
Yeah, we're taking a look.
They're close to
So my question is, how did the zombies start here? I mean, you're pretty well isolated here. How did the zombies start here? That's a pretty damn good question.
Maybe we will avoid a fight.
A battered broomstick. What am I supposed to do with this? Beat someone to death? Poke at it with a stick? Yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna need to. Oh, whoa. What? There we go. Ow! Okay, I may need to use my gun.
Follow me quickly. We must leave the village at once.
Why do we want to leave the village at once? I mean, can you explain to me how the infection started here? I mean, did someone infected come here and infect these people? That's a good question. How? If they're all... Not today, Senior Suicider. Not today. Suicider meat. Okay.
Hear that? Those whispers are a warning.
I don't hear nothing. Well, are we going, Obey, or are you going to stand there all day? Oh, now you decide to move.
Anything useful?
Oh, that was a 2-for-1. Flimsy sickle. This is a smart item to have on a rope-tied bridge.
Who's next?
What have we got? Flimsy diving knife, flimsy diving knife. Why do you have all these sharp items near a rope-tied bridge? Explain that to me, okay? I mean, this bridge being, tied to and roped down, you don't think someone could get the idea to, oh, I don't know, cut, oh, cut it, huh? And the bridge fall? You didn't think anybody would get that idea? Yeah, swinging this machete around that will be putting you at risk. I do it anyway because it has no effect. But you'd think hitting a rope like that with a machete would break it. Or at least cut it. Now I'm basing that off reality. You take a blade and cut rope with it, it's gonna cut. No problem. Especially if it's sharp. Let's do this little Easter egg here that involves the buttons, shall we? There. Let's see if there's anyone online real quick. Nobody. Is my thing even on? Invisibility, PlayStation Network, cooperative, on.
We have to get to the other side. They want to stop us. Destroy the lever. Get to the second lever and use it. Be careful.
I was gonna say, isn't there usually a Zombo here? And I have heard talk about a Resident Evil 4 remake. Now, I have played Resident Evil 4 and beat it multiple times. It's just, if they do a remake, I really hope they bring something new to the table. Like Ashley, for example. If they do a remake, please make Ashley more useful. I mean, I know she's supposed to be like a helpless teenager, but when she's constantly hiding behind Leon 24/7 and does nothing but scream or hide, it makes it annoying as hell. Literally. So if they do a remake, please make Ashley more useful, or at least like at a certain part to where she is not like a teenager. Like if they do a remake, make Ashley like an 8-year-old, alright?
Great heroes.
Like a child, like Sherry's age. Why not do that? I mean, it would make more sense to why Ashley couldn't use weapons. I mean, that would make more sense. But in the original, Ashley's like 18 or 17 or something like that. So there's no point to why Ashley can't use a weapon. I mean, you'd think she'd be able to use a knife or a hatchet or some other form of weapon to defend herself. Or at least help Leon fight off some of those villagers that are trying to kidnap her ass. Heck, you could even buy a gun off the merchant and give it to her. I mean, that's what I'd do. I mean, Ashley being what, 17? Close to 18? You'd think that she would be able to use a weapon. Now, if she was like Sherry's age, Sherry Birkin from RE2, now if she was like 8 or 9, I could see that. I could see why she can't use a weapon. But being like 17 or 18, roll a set and pick up a damn weapon. I mean, it's like being an Outlast. In that game, you can't pick up a weapon at all. It won't let you. Yet you have to deal with people trying to kill you. I'm pretty sure you're in the clear for self-defense when they're trying to kill you. Fury time. Can't touch this. Just slide down. Just slide down. There we go.
There's more of them!
I mean, it would be a lot more useful and awesome if Ashley could use weapons in RE4. Because in the original, she's what? 17, 18? I mean, why? Now, if they do a remake of RE4, give us a good reason why she can't pick up a weapon. I mean, change her age or something. Give us some sort of reason why. I mean, if she's like Sherry Birkin's age on RE2, like, 8, 9, 10, whatever the age that Sherry was, but Ashley has that age, then we'd probably see a very good reason to not give her a weapon. Because she's a kid. Now, in the original, she's like 17 or 18. There's no point to reason to why she can't pick up a weapon. I mean, that just puzzled my mind for years. Oh, why go around the bush? You could just freaking gone down the simple path.
Look there, at the altar. Is that your friend?
Okay, this has got to be like the second most cringiest fight I have ever seen. First cringiest I've ever seen would have been Chris Redfield versus that guy in Resident Evil Vendetta. They were shooting around each other. Is there a reason why they couldn't just simply straight up shoot one another? I mean, come the fuck on, Chris. You're a boulder punching maniac. Is there a reason why you couldn't simply just straight shoot him? Instead of running around in circles, playing ring around the posy, shooting at each other. That between that and what we just saw, those gotta be the cringiest fights I've ever seen. And if you got